Seconds out, round one.
Here's an interesting matchup of a couple of decent and unbeaten novices. Sunderland's aggressive Glenn Foot, who we've seen a fair few times already in the black trunks. In with the tall southpaw Ali Shah, who's slipped through quietly. Bit of a mystery man to us, Jim.
Yeah, well, early signs he's going to be a little bit awkward. He's very, very tall for welterweight. He's a southpaw, and he seems to flit all over the place. He's just popping little jabs out. So Foot is a fighter who likes to get on the front foot, likes to come forward, and I think there's no choice tonight. He's going to have to do that. He's going to have to get this fellow under pressure. Punching around the back of the head there.
Absolutely. Yeah, intriguing clash of styles. Punches there from Shah, these unorthodox ones, and that was decent. Right hand, he's a handful all right. Right hand back from Foot. This could be interesting, this one, Jim.
Yeah, well, already Foot a little bit frustrated, and I can understand why, because he doesn't quite know what Shah's about to do next. Shah is not quite sure himself, but those are a couple of solid punches he landed, and he's popping with the jab. Yeah. Difficult to solve out.
Looking for the countering shots, Shah. And Foot attempting to get into a rhythm. There's an uppercut, swelling under the left eye for Foot, who has got work to do to try and pin Shah down.
I think he's going to have to tighten his defence up a little bit, Foot, as he marches forward. He's walking forward with his hands down, which is dangerous when you don't know where the punches are coming from. So, difficult one. He'll maybe be wishing this was over at a longer distance, because it could take him a couple of rounds to solve this big fellow out. Shah boxing well.
Gangly, rangy Shah, who's won all 6 to date. And very confident character, but look at that. Totally out of range, hands down, sticks the tongue out. What a box of tricks, but is he any good?
Well, this is what Foot has to do, box him in the corners, get him against the ropes where he has no escape route, and then pour some punches out. I think it's pointless trading with him in centre ring.
Lead hand up, Ali! Lead hand up!
Just wildly out of range there from Shah. Trying to get the jab going, Foot, but again walks into a punch. Lack of head movement from the Sunderland prospect.
Yeah, but I think he has to get his chin down, his hands up, and maybe, as you say, a little bit of head movement as he comes forward. You may not like what Shah's doing, but I think he won the opening round there.
JC, right, listen, son. Bring in those shots up, walk upcuts, all right.
Seems quite a character, this Ali Shah.
Keep it going with that. Keep it going with that backhand straight to body or straight to the chest. Yeah.
With Jason
Lead hand up
Curtis. Bob Shannon also in there. He started with the Ingle camp, and it's not surprising to see why.
Yeah, well, that's where a lot of the awkwardness will come from. But there's nothing awkward about the lead and left hands here. Solid punches are coming from all angles. He's making Foot miss. He's frustrating him. And really difficult to advise Foot quite what to do with this fellow, but he certainly is going to have to tighten up defensively.
Seconds out, round 2.
Second of 6. Good to see 2 unbeaten fighters meeting so early on in their career. The black and gold tassels of Glenn Foot, big Sunderland fan, and they got a 2-0 win here against Bolton this afternoon. He'll be happy with that, but he's got work to do against Ali Shah from Blackburn, who is making life awkward for Foot. I doubt he's ever seen anyone like him in sparring in the amateurs.
No, I don't know that I've seen anyone like him. We've seen some awkward customers who have passed through the Ingle gym, but usually, there's a bit of substance to their boxing. Kind of sordid look to some of them, but this fella's all over the place. It's so difficult to do anything with.
Well, we lost one British champion who was rather awkward and ungainly, and Rob Norton last night losing his cruiserweight belt. Glenn Foot trying to apply the pressure. There's a right hand. Needs to sort of flow with a couple of combinations. Try and pin Shah in a corner up against the ropes. Better bullying tactics from Foot.
Well, he has to deny him the space, and that's what he's doing now. He just has to jump on Shah, trap him in the corner against the ropes and keep the punches coming. Shah really has been taken out of his stride in this round.
Now this is better from Glenn Foot. He's trying to chip away at the confidence as well of Shah, who's outspoken, believes he can handle any welterweight in the country already. Good right hand from Foot, just solid punches.
Yeah, and he's not wasting anything now. Foot, he's enjoying this. He's found the answer. He knows he has to pin this fella. That's good work from him. Not wasting punches out in the centre of the ring as he was doing earlier.
Chin high in the air. And if you could say Shah's lost his way, and quite found his way yet, but he's certainly uncomfortable now, being backed up in his own corner.
Yeah, Foot giving a little feint before he throws the punches. That's what you have to do with awkward customers. But Shah, he's not in any distress. He hasn't been bothered by the power. That's a good shot there, but again, he's taking it. No problem, but not working.
Jimmy can't keep taking shots like that with no guard at all. I mean, it's crazy, isn't it?
See, I think the problem with this kind of style that he has, if you don't have the basics, you don't have the basics to fall back on, and he's lost his foothold here, he doesn't quite know how to get it back again. Well, he's got himself back out into the centre of the ring. That's a must for Shah, and here he's trying to come back at Foot.
Looks at his corner. Ali Shah hardly lost a round as a professional fighter so far, but I think he did that one.
Load him down. Clean body shots. Clean shot through the body. His head's so low, you're going to have to go really low.
You can see they're only landing 3 in that round. Shah, much improved from Glenn Foot, who's putting it together better.
Yeah, he seemed to have found the answer, and but what he wants to do is don't worry too much about power, because he is going to miss a lot. This fellow's difficult to catch cleanly, and when he was caught, he seemed to take the punches okay, but a lot more control in Foot's boxing in the second round. Got himself into range, stayed there, and just kept the punches flowing. And he looks fit enough to be able to do that. So he wants another couple of rounds in the bank. He wants to pretty much do as he did in the second round. But you just wonder, does Shah have any more surprises to spring? Wouldn't surprise me if he did have.
We're watching former decent amateur Glenn Foot in the early stages of his pro career. He's won 5 so far, 3 knockouts, and he's 23. In with Ali Shah, a couple of years older. He's got an extra win. He's 6-0. Probably 1 apiece so far in this 6th rounder. Better uppercut from Shah.
The Foot grabbing hold of the glove there. I think the referee's maybe going to have a chat now. It's both of them maybe doing a little bit of holding, but Foot certainly grabbed hold of his glove.
Surprised it's taken, what, 6.5 minutes for Steve Gray to get involved. This could easily become a tangle, couldn't it?
Yeah, well, we haven't seen any fouls committed, so that's probably why the referee's kept out of it. It's been untidy, a bit scrappy, but not really the rule's been broken.
Obviously some natural ability for Ali Shah to have won his first 6 fights and trying to get the reflexes going. Maybe he's got a decent chin, who knows, but I think you got it right in the first round to say I'm not sure he knows what he's doing next.
No, and the problem with his style, it's not really referee and judge friendly. You know, so some of his punches, that was nice. That was really a well delivered left hand there. A lot of his punches are cuffs and swings.
Staring down at the canvas, just moving his head out of the way when he can. Foot trying to keep to his tactics, this marauding come forward fighter who's impressed us in bursts so far in his pro career, but only in bursts.
Well, he's using the uppercut now, which is sensible. There it goes again. You know, he's beginning to think what he's doing. There's that little feint again before he goes. That's a must against these awkward guys. A little feint, force them to make the first move. So Foot thinking what he's doing now.
Good body shots as well, Jim. And that's surely a perfect way to deal with a tall guy who tries to utilise the ring and move quickly, slowing him down. This is okay from Foot.
See, I also think Shah's style uses up an awful lot of energy, the movement and the swinging punches.
Another right hand, beautiful shot, punch of the fight so far. 30 seconds last of the third, and now we'll see if he's got a chin. That stunned him momentarily.
Yeah, but I'm quite impressed. I mean, he's taken some shots from Foot in the previous round. On this one, he's taken another one there. There's still no signs of panic, doing the wrong thing, but not panicking.
But there's no defence, Jim. Gloves aren't up. You know, he's a sitting target.
Yeah, but as I say, not panicking, losing the round again. Long, lazy spells, probably running out of steam a little bit.
Come on, you're not doing anything, are you? You're not throwing the jab ring, are you?
You're not doing anything, says Bob Shannon, an old-fashioned trainer with a complete enigma alongside him.
Right, you've only got 3 rounds left to prove yourself. Yeah, you've got to do it. Forget what you feel. You've got 3 rounds and 9 minutes.
Not a kind of negative round there. Now, that was a tremendous right hand from Foot, but takes it well, looks straight. I mean, that was bang on the chin. That couldn't have landed any cleaner. And then he, bang on the sweet spot. That really was a good punch. But Shah takes it, carries on with his carry on. But as you can see from the stats, really falling behind now.
Yep, double punches landed for Glenn Foot. Second half, welterweight contest. Somebody's O's got to go, the old cliche. At the moment, it looks like Glenn Foot will retain his unbeaten record, but there's time to go. They were reading him the riot act a bit in the corner of Ali Shah. I mean, he's never been in with anyone like Foot. Journeyman so far, Carl Taylor, Peter Buckley. What was that, fight number 302, wasn't it?
Yeah, round about that, yeah.
He's given up now though, hasn't he?
Well, Shah again been a little bit awkward in the first half minute or so of the round. That's what happened in the previous 2 rounds. Then Foot started to take command. Will he do it again?
Right hand from Foot, who's being watched by his manager Phil Jeffries, father of Tony, who's also at ringside. And nearby then, Paul Ingle has taken his seat. Fantastic to see him at a fight night.
I mean, Shah really doing everything wrong. Ducking away down, so you know he's not in a position to come back with solid punches. So Foot can really put everything into what he's doing. But now and again, he just lets it. They always look like cuffing punches, but now and again he lets some decent shots go. But he's just all over the place. There's no base to his boxing.
And then he almost goes to sleep, leaves himself open, and the decent work with the uppercuts and the countering shots have little effect. Foot, it's not smooth, but he's right on top of him now.
Well, he's not allowing Shah to do anything, and that's the main thing. That's what's taken the fight away from Shah. He's been forced back, his body weight pushed back against the ropes, and Foot just keeping nice and close where he can be the more effective of the two.
I think he's showing some maturity now, Glenn Foot. He was wild and woolly in September in Doncaster when we saw him against William Warburton. He was driving himself forward with little thought, but he's been better tonight, and a good right hand again as Shah just leans over and allows Foot to tee off.
Honestly, I don't know what's in Shah's mind when he bends down with his hands at his knees and just waits for the punches to come. I cannot understand what he's about here.
We've had cagey, slippery, awkward southpaws. Bobby Vanzy, the Bradford man, springs to mind, but you know, you do get something different almost each and every time on a boxing night in this country. And Ali Shah is certainly showing us something unique again.
He's just not doing any work now. I really think he's taken a lot out of himself in the swings. I think he's really tiring.
Listen, son, keep it nice and cool. Box, let's just focus a little bit more on the body when he's putting his head, he's holding it there.
Dave Binns, Frank Hopkins in the foot corner. No, promoter Frank Maloney has got high hopes for Glenn Foot. He's trying to revitalise the northeast area. Hasn't quite worked with Tony Jeffries, but there's still time.
You know, this is Foot again, getting himself close, not wasting punches, not winding up the big bombs, just short, jolting punches, accurate. I mean, it's difficult not to be accurate when the other fellow's hanging his chin out without any defence whatsoever. But he's just keeping the work rate up, accuracy good. But really, you have to be surprised, don't quite know what the plan is in Shah's mind.
Neither do I. I wonder if his training team do. Here's the 5th round. Better from Glenn Foot over the last 2 or 3. To have pinned down this unusual Ali Shah from Blackburn, who trains in Accrington. He's managed by Steve Wood, who's watching from ringside. I wonder what Steve makes of him. Steve used to look after Jamie Moore, who's with us tonight. Jamie, a rather more exciting and better put together southpaw.
Now and again you get the impression that Shah is capable of producing something, but he doesn't sustain it. I mean, that's good stuff there. Nice jab, but he's not able to sustain it because he doesn't box from the basics. He's nothing to fall back on.
Absolutely, the odd shot he gets through. It looks classy, and then he just goes back into this sort of odd slouch almost over the ring. Good body shot from Foot again, and a right hand, and he just turns up the pace. I think this is probably the best we've seen Glenn Foot dealing with an opponent so far.
Yeah, well, this is a night he could be forgiven really for letting frustrations take over, but he's kept his cool. His own defences have become better as the fight's gone along. He's finding answers, you know, the little feint I've been speaking of, the fact he's getting close, letting the punches flow. Good stuff again from him.
Lovely left hand again, hands down by the waist of Ali Shah. Oh, right hand, he almost went out the ring there, and Foot might be on the brink here. Very tired now, Ali Shah.
I think the referee could actually step in here simply because Shah's taken punches without trying to reply. I don't think he's in any distress, I don't think he's being hurt, but he's just doing everything wrong and asking for trouble and actually asking to be hurt.
Maybe he looks $1 million in the gym, who knows? But it is a very strange and erratic performance from Ali Shah, and Foot again digging in the hooks to the body. Sensible from Glenn Foot. And he wakes up and throws an uppercut like that.
That's what I mean, little glimpses when you get the feeling he knows exactly what he should be doing, but doesn't apply himself to it, taking needless punches again.
Got 3 knockouts on the record already. Foot, it would be really good if he could make it 4. Right hand like that, just wobble back into the ropes. How badly hurt is he each and every time? Quite bizarre.
Last round, come on. Come on, wake up. Last round, come on. Listen to your trainer now, come on.
3 minutes left.
Come on, deep breaths.
Over double, still the computer easily favours Glenn Foot.
You know, you get the feeling that Shah knows he's losing, but doesn't really care much about doing anything about that. I mean, look at this, no defence whatsoever. but every now and again, just a little bit of class, lovely uppercut, hooks, leads with some lovely jabs, some good movement, bang, quality shot, but then back to sleep again, doesn't sustain anything.
I'm just having a look around ringside. There's people like Mick Williamson, the cuts man, Richie Davis, top referee, and a lot of them are shaking their heads in disbelief about what's going on in the ring. Here's Glenn Foote. He's just got to keep pressing forward, and if it goes the distance, well, that's 6 rounds for the first time. If not, maybe he even can get the stoppage win. But as for Ali Shah, it's now or never.
Yeah, well, he's the one who needs the knockout victory. I have it 4-1 in rounds against him. Started well, won the opening round, I thought, but really hasn't applied himself since.
What about Foote? What would you be working on taking Glenn Foote back to the gym?
Do you know, I don't think it would be fair to use this, you know, with a measuring stick, because this has been the most awkward opponent I've seen in a long time, and I'm impressed the way Foote has kept his composure, thought about what he's doing as he's gone along, the little feints that he's shown before he throws the punches. So really this has been a good performance, scrappy action a lot of the time, but a good sound performance from Foote, I feel.
Okay, if it's not fair to judge Glenn Foote, what about Ali Shah? What would you be telling his corner?
I just can't work out what's in Ali Shah's mind. Did he want to win this one? He knows he hasn't put enough in. And certainly the last 5 rounds to win it. I mean, he's unbeaten already. Is this just an off night? I don't quite know. But huge changes would have to be made if he wants to carve out a successful career for himself. Then he goes to sleep again and doesn't seem to care about the punches coming his way.
6'2", and he weighed 10.88. It's absolutely enormous for a welterweight, Paul Williams-esque. But Foote just under the light middleweight limit. He's used that strength, but also a boxing brain at times as well. He hasn't panicked, and a lovely right hand there inside the last minute of this strange affair.
Well, watching the opening round, I thought it was going to be a real tough night for Foote, but not to his credit, he's got himself into control and he's stayed there for pretty much most of the time. So it's been a good night's work.
A smile through the gum shield of Ali Shah into the last 30 seconds. What now?
You know, it's so strange. I mean, he's losing this by a landslide, but I still get the feeling there's something he can do something with, because he throws some quality punches whenever he decides to do that. He's difficult to catch cleanly. He's been caught several times with real big punches. Absolutely nothing wrong with his chin. So you feel that there's something there.